In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on May 23, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Baltimore Orioles versus Boston Red Sox, Game 1. On Saturday afternoon, the Baltimore Orioles and Boston Red Sox will square off in the third matchup of a 4-game set taking place at Fenway Park. Right now, it's hard to overstate just how rough things are for Baltimore. The team is clearly reeling, and there's no obvious fix on the way. Their pitching staff is a mess. They're relying on inexperienced arms to simply chew up innings, and that's not a sustainable formula. Zach Eflin, who's been serviceable at times, got knocked around in his most recent start, which was only his second outing since coming off the injured list. Now he's being thrown into a tough situation at Fenway, and I don't expect it to go any better. It feels like we're headed for another rough outing. Meanwhile, the Orioles just snapped a long losing streak dating back to May 11th and are still searching for direction. On the flip side, Boston has had solid production from Dobbins, who's carrying a respectable 3.62 earned run average and has shown consistency on the mound. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the offensive side of things, the Orioles actually perform decently in daytime settings. They're hitting .258 with a .318 on base percentage, .448 slugging, and a .766 OPS in games played under the sun, managing to score an average of 4.8 runs per outing. Boston's bats haven't been slouching either, with an average of 4.9 runs during day games. With a rookie starter going up against a shaky vet, it's easy to envision both lineups putting up early offense. A combined total of 7 runs in the first 5 innings wouldn't be a shock. After that, the bullpens enter the picture, but they might be running on fumes after having to pitch extensively in Friday's doubleheader. Baltimore's bullpen has been particularly vulnerable this year, sitting 25th in earned run average and WHIP, and they've already allowed 27 home runs, the second most in the league. The total on this game is high, but I'm confident both teams have enough offensive juice to push this one past the number. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Royals versus Minnesota Twins. The two top contenders in the American League Central are set to clash in Minnesota on Saturday afternoon, with both teams coming in riding a little bit of momentum. Kansas City has taken 3 of its last 5 games heading into Friday night series opener. Minnesota, meanwhile, has also won 3 of 5. This comes not long after they strung together a remarkable 13-game winning streak that reminded everyone just how dangerous they can be when they get rolling. Kansas City enters this series playing relatively solid baseball. They've won 3 of their last 5 games overall and have shown some consistency when Michael Wacha takes the mound. He's helped them win 4 of his last 5 starts. On the road this season, Wacha has pitched in 4 games and holds a 1-2 record. But his 3.8 earned run average shows he's done a decent job keeping games close. On the other side, the Twins will be starting Matthews, who hasn't had much success at the big league level yet. In his only start this season, he was roughed up early and didn't even make it out of the 3rd inning. Last year, across 9 starts, he struggled to the tune of a 6.69 earned run average. Kansas City got a nice lift recently from veteran Salvador Perez, who cracked 3 hits including a home run in his last outing. If he can stay hot, it could give this lineup the spark it's been missing for much of the year. Right now, Wacha is clearly in better form than Matthews, and his recent outings against the Twins have been strong. In fact, over his last 3 starts against Minnesota, he's allowed just 3 runs in a combined 18.1 innings. His career earned run average against the Twins is a solid 3.09. And that track record is hard to ignore. In their last head-to-head series, the Royals dominated, winning 3 out of 4 games and giving up only 9 runs total. Even though Minnesota had that incredible winning streak not long ago, this feels like a spot where Kansas City can take advantage of a favorable pitching matchup and grab another win. As our first pick for this matchup, the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. This is a matchup between two teams that, plain and simple, aren't built to pile up runs. Kansas City's offense ranks at the very bottom of MLB when it comes to both home runs and walks per game, averaging just 0.63 homers and 2.43 free passes per contest. On the pitching side, their staff is excellent at limiting walks, issuing just 2.75 per game, which ranks third best in the league. Defensively, they've been one of the stingiest teams around, allowing just 3.29 runs per game. Only the Mets are better. That's a big reason why Royals games this season have averaged a combined total of just 6.68 runs, which is among the lowest marks in baseball. Minnesota fits a similar profile. They're scoring just 4.1 runs per game and giving up 3.45. That balance, or lack of fireworks, has made the under a profitable play for bettors. The Twins have hit the under in 5 of their last 6, and they're 17-29-3 on the season in that category. Kansas City hasn't fared much better when it comes to overs, going 2-6 in their last 8 and 17-33-1 on the year. Offensively, both clubs are hitting under .250 as a team coming into this series, and that lack of production has been especially noticeable in recent games. The Royals have gone under the total in 4 of their last 5 games overall, and also in 4 of Watch's last 5 starts. Likewise, the Twins have seen 4 of their last 5 contests also fall short of the total. Everything points toward another low-scoring affair when these teams square off on Saturday. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Arizona Diamondbacks are set to face off against the St. Louis Cardinals in the middle game of their 3-game weekend series on Saturday afternoon. Arizona has been holding its own lately, coming into this matchup having won 4 of its last 7 contests. They've shown some real grit on the road, sitting 2 games above .500 away from home. On the flip side, the Cardinals have hit a bit of a skid, dropping 3 of their last 4 games as they headed into Friday night's action. One key edge for the Diamondbacks is starting pitcher Merrill Kelly, who has been dealing lately. Over his last 25.1 innings, Kelly has given up just 5 runs. That's a rock-solid 1.78 earned run average in that stretch. Arizona has won 5 of his past 8 starts, and he's had success in the past against this very same St. Louis lineup, sporting a career 2.75 earned run average versus the Cardinals. As for Matthew Liberator, he's got decent stuff on the mound for St. Louis, but the problem is the lack of support behind him. The Cardinals have managed 3 or fewer runs in each of his last 5 starts, which doesn't give him much room to work with. As our first pick for this matchup, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. If recent trends mean anything, we could be in for another high-scoring game in St. Louis. 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams at Busch Stadium have gone over the total. In their most recent 3-game series there, 29 runs crossed the plate. The Cards have hit well at home against Arizona too, batting .264 with a .491 slugging percentage in their last 5 home matchups against the Diamondbacks. And let's not forget, Arizona lit up the scoreboard with 14 runs in a single game the last time they visited St. Louis. Both teams know how to swing it. They sit in the top 10 league-wide when it comes to batting average, which means they can pile on runs in a hurry. St. Louis has allowed an average of 5 runs across their last 2 games, and Arizona's pitching hasn't been much better. Their 4.81 team earned run average ranks 24th in the majors. All signs suggest we're headed for a game that features more offense than defense. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus Washington Nationals. Nationals Park will serve as the setting for a Saturday afternoon MLB showdown between the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. The Giants come into this one in a good spot, mostly because they've got the edge where it matters most, on the mound. Kyle Harrison, even though he's making his first start of the season, has been solid out of the bullpen so far, putting up a 3.38 earned run average. He's not a stranger to starting, either. With 31 career starts under his belt, he knows how to handle the role, and that experience should ease his transition back into the rotation. Plus, the Giants as a whole have been strong on the mound. They're sitting at 4th in team earned run average with a 3.27, and their bullpen has been reliable when asked to close things out. Offensively, San Francisco isn't flashy in terms of batting average. They rank just 22nd. but they're 10th in runs per game. This is a team that can get on the board early and tack on insurance runs when needed, which matters a lot against a Washington squad that tends to unravel once things start going sideways. Washington, for their part, has been hard to figure out at the plate. After a brief outburst where they looked like they were heating up, the offense fell flat again and didn't score a single run in Friday's game. That kind of inconsistency has been a theme for them all year. Jake Irvin, their starter for this one, hasn't been bad. He's holding a 3.88 earned run average, but he's going to be tested here. The Giants are tough to put away and tend to wear pitchers down with long, grinding at bats. Add in the Nationals' struggles on the mound. They're near the bottom of the league in both team earned run average and WHIP, and you start to see how this one might slip away from them, especially as the game goes on. San Francisco has the edge across the board, and with Harrison back in the mix, this feels like a bounce-back spot for the Giants to grab another road win. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Francisco Giants money line is our full game side pick. San Francisco is sitting near the top in terms of team earned run average at 3.27 and ranks 12th in WHIP, and they're putting the ball in the hands of Kyle Harrison, a left-hander who's looked sharp in relief and should be able to keep a streaky Nationals lineup in check. While Washington has had its moments at the plate, they were completely shut down on Friday, and their overall inconsistency has been a problem. Jake Irvin has done a respectable job for the Nationals and might be able to keep things close early, especially since the Giants are more about grinding out runs than lighting up the scoreboard. With both teams sending out capable young starters and San Francisco's bullpen being one of their strengths, this game sets up as a close, low-scoring battle where every run will count. Both starting pitchers are still developing, but pitching took center stage in Game 1 of this series, and that trend could very well continue here. The under has hit in 6 of the last 10 head-to-head matchups, and the Giants' success this season has largely been tied to how well they've limited opponents. In their last 10 games, the under is 6-4 for San Francisco, and they've given up 3 or fewer runs in 7 of those contests. Washington is trending similarly. The under is 6 to 3 to 1 in their last 10, with their offense scoring 4 or fewer runs 6 times during that stretch. All signs point to another tight, pitching-driven game. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Colorado Rockies. The New York Yankees and the Colorado Rockies square off in the middle game of their interleague series on Saturday afternoon, and the two clubs couldn't be heading in more opposite directions. The Yankees roll into Coors Field having won 6 of their last 7 games, including 4 straight, while the Rockies continue to freefall, dropping 9 of their last 10. Sure, Colorado always has a chance to generate some offense at home thanks to the hitter-friendly air in Denver, but that upside gets wiped out when you're facing a team like New York. The Yankees are near the top of the league in runs scored this season and have been consistently pounding teams into the dirt. Max Fried has been rock solid through his first 10 starts in a Yankees uniform, giving New York a dependable arm. On the flip side, Kyle Freeland hasn't picked up a single win yet this season. That's not just bad, it's historically awful. Colorado is off to one of the worst starts in the modern era of baseball, and it's tough to see things changing here. Don't complicate this one. Just roll with the Yankees to handle business and keep the Rockies spiraling. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Yankees to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Coors Field has long been a haven for high-scoring games, and this matchup has the makings of another slugfest. The Yankees should have no trouble tagging Freeland, who's had a rough go pitching at home. With the kind of firepower New York brings to the plate, this could get out of hand early. On top of that, Colorado's tendency to hit the over at home and the Yankees' even 10-2 mark on the road make a strong case. If the Yankees put up a crooked number, and they very well could hit 8 or more on their own, the total should fly past the line. This is the kind of spot where the scoreboard operator earns their paycheck. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.